The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
Just eat one another.
That's racist.
She didn't say Asians were going to eat them.
You're
when a dog eats another dog, that's not fucking racist.
That's a dog.
You have a dog.
It's a dog eat dog world.
That's where the saying comes from. We're rolling.
Oh shit!
And we're back. You're listening to Rick and Eleanor in the morning right here on K1.
I'm Laugh Girl, Bobby.
Yeah.
How dare you? This is morning radio.
Have you guys started?
Yeah,
I guess.
this is it.
All
We're
right.
on. We're
Is
live.
it live?
Comedy Store podcast.
You don't edit?
No, it's not
It's not
live.
live.
Okay,
I
'cause
mean,
I don't want
We don't have that kind of
What is this guy?
technology.
I like you, but
he likes you, but don't
stop
kind
doing
of
this.
aggressively walk in like that, John. We have a new producer.
Yeah, he's not even.
I'm on my own
He's-
today. The food run is recording the bell.
He's not even a drunk comedian anymore.
Which is amazing.
they redid this thing, huh?
Oh my God,
Yeah, I
like
Bobby,
it.
you just noticed it?
Yeah, it's really
You've been
cool.
sitting in here for 15
no, I mean the way the padding and the colors and stuff. Is that new?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Well,
they put it all in.
yeah, they put it all in, right? It's
Yeah.
soundproof, as they say.
That's so good of you
It
to
is,
observe
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, well, will you
Soundproof.
start the fucking thing?
Hey,
It
we
started.
started it.
It's
This is
on.
it. Kamikaze.
Right, so I'm the one that has to add the information on where we go?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
No, in terms of like the direction we go and what we talk about.
No, absolutely
Right?
not.
The host is supposed to.
We're
let's just
right
stop-
here.
I know, but the host is supposed to go, all right, so how are you doing? Or set something up, man.
No, we're
This is chaos, bro.
chaos.
Oh, it's
Kamikaze style.
Yeah.
This podcast is as if the audience just walked in on a
Exactly.
conversation we're
They're
having in the hallway.
eavesdropping on a Comedy Store
Yeah.
podcast.
You
They
know,
know who we are. They
You
know what we
you know
do.
what I noticed about myself? You
Yeah.
know, before I was 50, like in my 30s and stuff, when I would come to the Comedy Store, I would feel like maybe I was fuckable.
Okay.
Right?
Really?
Yeah. No, what do you mean?
No, nothing.
No, what do you mean by that?
What? I'm saying
seemed
that's
insulting,
awesome
the
that
tone.
Right.
you
No,
felt
because
that.
every once in a while, right? I remember one time I opened for Martin Lawrence. You know, he used to do spots, and the Comedy Store would book it, right? I remember one time there was this girl. I dated her for like 6 months, but I met her at the thing, and I got her a drink and this and that, and we fucked, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Nice.
But now that I'm
Intercourse.
50, right? Even
Yeah.
though I'm in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Women don't give me any vibes.
Yeah.
So am I like
They-
Mr. Miyagi now?
No, they know your story. They know you're taken.
You're famous.
So let me ask
and
you
you're
this.
part of a famous.
If I was out
pod
of my
couple.
relationship and people knew that, right?
Yeah.
You think
Oh,
that-
they'd be throwing it at you.
Yeah.
Are you being real?
No.
I don't. Yeah, no, me either.
Bobby, nobody's
I know-
throwing anything at you.
I know. So am I fucked?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just move on with my life.
Yeah, just
Buy
enjoy.
incense candles, go to a monastery and just
What
meditate.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
You have the
it's
most
time.
beautiful, amazing fucking girlfriend.
I understand that, but
that
I'm
you're
just-
probably gonna fuck it up, but you have that right now, so
Yeah.
you should just
Yeah.
bask in it. Are you crazy?
You're right. They're because I'm going through a midlife crisis.
Okay.
You have feelings like that.
Oh.
Like, what if?
You want to know,
If I'm still a viable candidate for
Sure.
fuck.
you know
We
what?
should go around and ask people.
We
Take
could do
poll.
a survey, maybe.
I like this.
We could survey every female.
Like, they back up when I talk to them. I'll go, hi, did you enjoy the show? And they do a step back.
Yeah.
Do you think it's since COVID
Maybe
or
it's COVID. They maybe because they think I'm from Wuhan.
I'm feeling you on
You
that
think
now.
Wuhan's- it's
There's a
Wuhan?
lot of racist
That's why we made
people
you
here.
sit over there.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Unbelievable.
I just realized that. Yeah.
So mean. That's why I was gonna sit
It's
there.
so- yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I don't want Bobby to sit next to the white wall
Yeah.
all by himself.
But so you think how old are you now, Ricky?
I'm 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned 40 in April.
Yeah. You still have a good 10 years before you get to my point.
So the
Well-
midlife crisis is a real thing.
I don't. Yeah.
It really is because my dick. No,
Wow.
no, can I just say?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God, we used to have that sponsor. Go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I just
That's
look
how we made the $60.
look at me right now. Let's lock eyes together, Eleanor. All right. My dick. Don't work no more.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's just your.
Do you mean it
50
doesn't go?
and-
It doesn't get as hard, or
It
just
goes
does-
inside.
It's an innie now.
So I was telling.
I didn't think
I
it
think
was
that
ever
means
an
you love
outie.
yourself.
It was. Can I just say something? Right. It has an outward trajectory.
Typically,
Right.
you look down, you say, "Hey, that's popping out of there."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you were like, if it was
But
like,
now it's like Groundhog's Day. You're like, is there a shadow? Is it coming out? Like, is that what you're saying?
well, because, and I've talked about this before, right? But my masturbation skills,
Mhm.
right,
Uh-huh.
is I'm stroke heavy.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I just want to
That I
explain.
can't see, but okay.
What do you mean you can't
I
see
don't know,
stroke?
but I'm saying this. I'm drying thinking about it. But go ahead.
What?
And I mean dry.
I know.
Should be a little whistle
You and I.
sound.
All right. First of all, you and I, right, we would even if you and I were in a deserted on an island
Okay.
for 10 years. Any other woman, right? I would say we'd probably fuck.
Yeah.
You're the only one on planet Earth
You don't think?
that I would never fuck. No.
I'd have all the branches from the trees in me before.
I know. In fact, if you
absolutely.
had died, I'd eat everything but the pussy. They would just find Eleanor's pussy in a fucking in a hole.
big
It's a
fat-
skeleton and a
I'd make a
vagina.
little cross, a wooden cross, and put it, and it's her pussy in there. And like, you didn't fuck that? No, I didn't even eat it. I was so hungry.
Starving.
That's fucking stink.
Yeah.
It's shit pussy.
Shitball pussy.
Yeah, shitball pussy. So we don't have that. My point
Sure.
is, yeah.
I get it.
So she's
I
not
get
really
it.
the one to go to then on the "Are you fuckable?" question.
Who?
Eleanor.
Me.
Oh yeah, her and I.
But no, I see girls that like throw themselves at comedy. I've seen that a million times. They chase you, but I really do believe that people know that you're in a relationship with a
Yeah.
phenomenal.
You're right. You're right.
So I think people immediately go, oh, and they're.
Yeah, you're right. But I just you still think about it when you're when you get a little
Yeah.
older, and
Yeah.
and let me go back to my
If you
stroke.
weren't,
Can I
if
look
you weren't public, I
Stroke
would say
heavy.
that you have an argument.
right?
But now, okay, so,
So I'm stroke heavy, right? And what
Okay.
happened over the years?
Yeah.
Please don't do
I'm
this
kidding.
because when I think of your vagina, I want to do the same. Okay, and it hurts. For
It's a
both
lot
of us.
it's a lot of judgment,
Yeah,
Eleanor.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
know, on this podcast, we have a rule: no
Yeah,
judgment.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
All right, so I'm stroke heavy. So what happened over the years is that the skin around the penis, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it loosened?
Okay.
So what happened was, and this is a real thing because I've shown it to 4 comics, male comics.
Okay.
In more of a medical kind of a
Nice
way.
clarification, by the way.
Sure, I love
We
that.
don't care as
Yeah,
long
yeah.
as you're showing dick pics to dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
but
a
it was
dick
like, is there
pic.
something
this
wrong?
Is live.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like a reality,
Yeah, like, is there something wrong? Is basically
Sure.
what, you know what I mean? And they look at it, and what happened was, because I'm stroke heavy over the years, the
Okay.
skin is so loose, the skin now wraps around
So it looks
the head.
uncircumcised.
So it looks uncircumcised. But here's the second problem
You
that I have.
revert it back.
I reverted back. Here's the second
Wow.
problem I had.
Flower petals.
I'm a dripper.
Okay.
Stripper.
I'm a pee dripper.
Okay.
All right. So because
Aren't all men? Am I crazy?
I mean, it just depends on his new penis flaps.
Oh,
If they go too high, then that can
Yeah.
cause moisture problems.
if I want to, give you a description of in the animal kingdom,
Sure.
it's like bat
like
wings.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that's how loose.
Yeah,
it is.
flying squirrel.
It's like a flying squirrely
Yeah.
kind of situation. But because I'm a dripper now, the drip of the pee gets in
That's what I was
this
talking
thing,
about.
and then
That's
during
what
the
you
day,
mean.
it
The
makes my
moist.
dick smell.
Yeah. Gets that chowder cock.
Yeah. So
So how do you clean that with like a Q-tip? Like
so
you
what
do-
I've been doing now is I have cologne in my fucking right, and I
You're
do the-
spraying cologne
I
on
spray
your
on the
dick.
tip. It burns really bad, but it seems
Yeah.
to help.
Bobby, that's
Yeah.
not good.
That seems like a terrible plan.
Yeah, I do
You're gonna
Drakkar
get
to
a
the old school,
Yeah.
like cool water and Drakkar because they're more alcohol heavy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is this a bit?
They
No,
called
it's
it.
not a bit.
Okay.
No.
I think they called that the pussy getter when I was in college.
Yeah, it worked back
Yeah,
then.
the
yeah.
frat guys were.
I definitely blew a few guys with Drakkar.
You
Yeah.
did? What about cool water? Do you remember cool water?
Of course.
Yeah, cool
Cold
water.
water
was
cologne.
Yeah, that was nice. But
Sure.
anyway, that's the situation I'm in right now.
So you have a burning, smelly.
And-
No, it smells good now. It's clean. I also
but
because
it doesn't go as hard as you want it.
it doesn't
What
even.
about? This is gonna sound crazy, but lotion. That doesn't help with smell. Like
No, it's fine. No, it doesn't.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm not saying a
you
lotion.
still-
I
are
know
you
you
still-
do this
are you
with
at least-
lotion, but like
Are you still noodling at least? Are you still
noodle dick.
soft dick fucking?
That's
No.
a Rick thing. He likes not that you do
Yeah,
that, but that's
because-
I've done
one
it.
of his bit.
Wait, were you noodle dick?
I've done it. Every man has done it, Eleanor.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah.
You know
uh,
what he means.
The dudes who try and convince themselves that
They're
the
hard.
chick doesn't know that they already came, so they just keep trying to fuck with as the dick gets softer.
I've done that.
Noodle
So,
dick.
yeah.
Yeah, every guy's
Every
done
guy.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah.
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 it. And then you just got
What
to
do you
really.
think about when you don't want to come?
It's never occurred to me. I'm a free
no.
comer.
No, like when you're first with a girl, right? and
You
know
want to
how-
last longer.
What? So you've never thought of things to keep you from not coming.
Like B. Arthur on a cold night, that kind of thing.
That would make Ricky shoot.
Yeah,
definitely.
I've got a twisted mind. Then
He
my
could get
fear
somebody
is
pregnant with that.
Yeah, my fear is then that would just become my fetish.
All right.
Like you start thinking about baseball to not blow a load, and then next thing you know, every time you're watching baseball, you get rock hard.
Which is what happens to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know it's awful.
Let me ask you.
I'm
I know you're not a doctor.
very attracted to baseball players.
You are?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, is your
They got fat legs.
vagina
and a fat ass.
Is your vagina as fresh as it once was?
As fresh? Has it gotten longer? Yes.
Yeah.
It's
the lips are longer.
elongated.
It's elongated.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm glad you're admitting that.
Why would I not?
Thank you for sharing that.
What
right?
am I
Yeah.
defying
No.
gravity?
No. So yours is as well a bat wing situation.
He's got dick lips.
Is it a bat wing situation? No, because I feel like the bat would hold it together. These are just straight down. Like,
it
these are
dangles
just-
down.
Yeah, these are like jowls.
Like
these.
It's like those
like a dog,
like a
that big-
50-year-old Russian lady.
There you go.
or the Chinese
Jowls.
restaurants in Chinatown where they have the animal like dangling from the window.
Right.
Yeah. Is it like that?
Dead meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Window meat.
Window meat.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it looks like
That's
dead
what it
dangling
is.
meat.
Well, I tried to do OnlyFans, and they were like, "This looks like window meat." So
Yeah.
we're not gonna.
We actually just started our window meat platform.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have
Let's
to
do
wait.
a window meat OnlyFans. Let's see.
Yeah.
Like an elderly, older fans, you try to get down in front of the camera, and then you get stuck.
Right.
Your hip kind of cramps up. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
So you just stay there and let the curtains drip, if you will. Drape.
Do you guys get mad? I guess sometimes get mad at the easy ways people can make money. And OnlyFans is one of those things where
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, yeah.
when like a really
I don't get
hot-
mad at it, but
I don't get mad at
wish
it
I
either. It's
could.
just like I wish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have to do this job.
It's an absurd world we live in where you can just be a normal person and post naked pictures of yourself.
Yeah.
Or
and there's
your feet.
enough creepy dudes that are just like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. And people are like buying houses.
$4 a month? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
my friend in New York, she said she makes $40,000 a month. And she's like, she got a new apartment, a brand new, beautiful apartment in New York City. And her mother goes, I don't know how you got this, but I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
She's like, well, there's a lot of
photos or
creepy.
feet?
To be honest, I don't know. I didn't ask. But
Send me the spread. That's what you should have said. Next time you're in the situation.
she's absolutely adorable, and she is a funny comic. So, but she wasn't like a huge comic. But now she's making.
Right.
She don't have to suffer.
Right.
Right now, as let me go run and do 90 spots a night to make my nut monthly.
Yeah.
Now she's just like nutting for $40,000 a month.
Yeah.
I'm just
What an
assuming.
asshole.
Rick, I've always wanted to ask you this. Are you...
Why are you asking the questions? This is our podcast.
Bobby Lee takes over everything he
Okay.
does.
No, I would love... No, you know what? After this next question, what I'm going to do after this next question is I'm going to sit back, right? And I'm going to take... You're going to start driving.
Wow.
Would you like to start driving?
No. We like
do
you to
feel
drive.
like-
I'm going to drive for a little bit.
I do feel
One more around the block.
We're gonna crash.
Right.
what I need in Hollywood,
We're
I need
right.
Hollywood student driving lessons where
Right.
someone teaches me how to be good in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
But we've.
I'm studying the master.
All right. So
You are pretty good at it.
in what sense?
Let's delve deeper into
He
that
called you
thought.
the master.
I know, but I'm
like
not.
you're good.
Wait, because
what
I'm
are you
Asian?
talking about? No.
all right.
In Hollywood,
Is that even
like
a thing,
how to
master
be.
Asians?
Yeah. I feel like that's not right.
Why?
I feel like I
you
don't know
think
how
you're
to do
good
it.
at being.
No.
Oh, really?
No. I think that I figured it
You
out.
work. Yeah.
I figured it out.
You're a
but
working comedic actor and and comic.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That's hard to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. But also, I've been at it so long. You and I have known each other for over 20 years.
Yeah. Well, what do you think I've been at?
You're a working
Just
actor.
being you.
You're a working
I'm working
actor.
comic.
Comic, yeah.
As an actress, they're like, no, we're good.
I know, but still, you're a working entertainer,
You're
He's
right.
right?
I try.
Yeah.
I hustle.
So I want to ask you now, Rick, and this is we're going around the block, all right?
Good.
Are you mad that not mad, but like if I don't know how to okay. So at the cellar, I heard like, sometimes they'll book like they'll check a box, right? So instead of like, let's say 6 really funny white dudes call in, right? They don't get spots, right? They'll put someone that's less funny that checks a box like, You know what I mean? This woman is a
Really?
feminist, or this person is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A fat Samoan guy, or you know
Sure.
what I mean? They checked they were doing
The
that
diversity
with festivals
yeah.
and stuff as well, right? Do you get angry at stuff like that?
I mean, honestly, sometimes I guess I probably do, but at the same time, it's hard for me to get mad
Yeah.
I like
and
that.
be like, it's because I'm a white dude, because white dudes still get 70% of all the jobs. They just don't get 90% anymore.
Dude, you know what, dude?
He's always said that. To
That's
be honest.
amazing.
Yeah, he's
Because
always
I
said
want
that.
to say, like one time, I just say it, and I'm going to get in trouble for it.
It doesn't matter.
I always say things I'm going to get in trouble for.
You're fine.
Yeah.
We
Santino
can't-
said to me, right? He was one day we were together, and he just kind of threw something down. He's like, God, you know what I mean? I'm getting less auditions because of this fucking new, you know what I mean?
He's a
culture.
He's a genetic mistake.
I-
the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
And I told him, I go, every year I used to get 8 auditions a year. I'm not kidding you,
Yeah.
right? And
I
I'd
get
have
none.
I'd have to book 1 or 2 of them, or it's out for
Yeah.
me, right?
Yeah.
Where these guys would get 8 a week. Right?
Yeah.
So I told him, I looked at him, and I said, now I'm getting 20, right? And you're getting 3 a week, right? But still, when I get 20 a year, you get 3 a week. At the end of the day, you're still winning.
Yeah.
Right? It just swung a little bit.
It did
Yeah.
swing a little. The pendulum went.
Yeah.
just
Some
a
like
little.
stuff like Montreal is ridiculous in that way, and that's like one of those things.
And
where,
those things, they have to follow that
Yeah.
suit. The seller doesn't. That's silly.
But
what
I
you're
don't know if that's
saying.
true. I just heard a comic say that once, and I was
That,
like,
that could be a comic that
that could be a
doesn't
comic
get
that was
booked.
angry.
Yeah, it sounds
Because
like
I
an angry
think
white
they don't. I
guy.
can't imagine a club
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
There's a lot of people who it's hard for them to believe that it's just because they're an unfunny white guy
Right.
That's
and not
true.
just a white
That's
guy.
a real hard pill to swallow.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, it's definitely not because I'm not really good. It's got to be something else. So
Yeah.
this is what it is. It's because that black guy that I don't know, he's only getting
He
that
checks
because
the
he
box.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But now look what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
What? You know what I just did?
Did you just hand me the baton?
The keys.
The
car.
Oh wow, to the keys.
oh
to
my
the
God,
car.
the Ricky, we're in the driver's seat.
Man, this is
So
exciting.
speaking of being in the driver's seat,
Yeah.
we're
It's
gonna
just
talk to Bobby about this now because I saw your car. It's a bit of a mess, but I've been listening to some podcasts and people talk about you and say that you have like got into accidents and walked away, leaving the car. Like, just is this a real thing? You're allowed to answer. We're asking you questions.
Yeah, sorry. One
So
time.
did you
yeah.
flip a car and walk
I
away?
took a car, right?
Okay.
I crashed I was on the 10.
Oh, by the way, this isn't like racial or don't get stupid. I'm just asking
I
a
never
real
drove
question.
in a stick before.
Okay.
I was driving a stick shifty car.
Yeah.
Is that what we call them?
Stick shift.
Yeah.
So
A-
obviously
and
you
it
were
was,
doing
I
well
couldn't,
with
I
it.
couldn't, something happened where I couldn't
It does stick.
Yeah, and
a standard H
and
or
it was raining, and I did it. I turned the car. It flipped 3 to 4 times.
okay.
Right. It was on its back you know what I mean? Flipped over.
On the
I
roof.
crawled out, and this is like 2, 3 in the morning on the 10.
Okay.
Right. I went to a Del Taco.
This is the part that I'm.
So
Yeah.
you just left the car.
Yeah, because I was hungry. I was gonna go to Del Taco anyway. That's where I was going.
Okay.
Right. I go. I'm glad I crashed.
And you can't roll through the drive-through. I get it.
Push
Right.
it. Push it through. Yeah.
Right,
You can't
right.
just tumble through.
So I go. I'm just gonna deal with this after I get the Del Taco.
Smart.
So I went to the
Priorities.
Del Taco. Right.
Yeah.
Came back to the car, and it was mayhem. It was like 3 fire in the trucks, and I'm walking now with a fucking taco in my mouth.
What is
Right. I'm walking with a
So
taco.
this is real.
This is real.
Yeah.
And they go, stand back, sir. Somebody passed away in the car. And I go, it was me. Like that. Right? And they
Like
go,
sitcom
there's
character?
no way. They go, there's no way that you came out of that car. I did. You know what I mean? Like that.
How long
Yeah.
ago was
Yeah.
this? The
15
agility.
years ago, 15 years
Oh, okay,
ago.
okay,
Yeah.
good.
But that happened. But that was only one time.
You
Wow.
went to Del
Yeah.
Taco
Yeah.
and
Just-
then walked back to.
The scene of the crime,
scene of the
if you
crime,
will.
yeah.
That's not a crime because you didn't,
I didn't hit anybody. Yeah. If I had run over like
God
a
forbid.
guy or
Yeah.
that would have been.
That would have
that wuld have been
less
terrible.
funny.
That would have been terrible.
But it still would have been funny.
I know. I mean, I did hit.
See?
Yeah.
That's
I know. I
crazy.
hit. Yeah.
You hit what?
Nothing.
No, go ahead.
No,
you
because
can't say anything worse.
I hit some. No, it's worse. It's worse. It's worse. One time when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
I hit somebody in a car.
When you say you were a kid, you
A
were
person.
what? Like
I was
16,
like 17.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
But you hit a pedestrian.
No.
Oh, another car.
No. Motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
What? Well, no. He hit me. What happened was.
Yeah.
Jury's
no,
out.
I understand.
No. What happened was I was going around taking a right. I
Okay.
didn't stop.
Okay.
Right. It was like 2 a.m.
It's a bad time of night for you.
Yeah.
Driving.
yeah.
You don't have night vision.
I don't have night
okay,
vision. Yeah.
okay.
He has 15 stories. He's like, all right,
And-
so first of all, it's 2 in the morning.
And a
I'm like,
motorcyclist, he was going like maybe 60 this way. As I turn, right, he hits the back of my truck, and I see his body fall in front of me.
So he went over the car.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was a kunk, you know what I mean? And then as I keep driving a little bit.
You're like,
no,
where's
stop,
Del
no.
Taco?
Yeah, no. Where's Taco Bell?
Yeah.
No.
Taco Bell.
No. And I look at my rear view mirror, and he was on the floor of the street, this abandoned street. So I got out of the car, and I dragged him off of the street because I didn't want him to get run over.
Right.
And the ambulance and everything came. And, he was pretty fucked. And so I was in court for years.
But you at least moved. You didn't.
Well,
leave.
You
didn't leave the scene of the crime.
No, I went up because I was at a church. Okay.
Okay.
I was like a late night AA meeting.
Jesus, I thought you were gonna say something completely different, but I'm glad that's what it was.
Yeah.
Better. I'm so-
We
I
were
was at-
molesting.
I was at a late night AA meeting,
Hey,
so I went
man.
back up there, called, came back. Everyone did, you know what I mean? Then I ended up in court, and then my insurance went out of control.
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy's
I bet.
fine. Everything's fine. Let's move on. But I did run over somebody.
Well, because I have a friend that hit.
All right.
I have a friend that hit somebody. She was high. She hit somebody. There was 2 of them in the car, and the one went running because she got scared, and then the other one just fled the scene.
Oh, my God.
And
Big trouble.
On Sunset
No.
Boulevard. You're at the car flipped. And the next day she told me, and I was like, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Like,
Yeah.
did the person, she goes, the car flip? I don't know. And so she had to call her parents and tell, and then they went and checked. The guy was okay.
Okay, good.
But she still left the scene of the crime. So
She got in trouble.
Yes.
You get in big
she
trouble
did
for
get
that.
in big
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
at
they're not
least she
fans.
turned herself in. The other person that fled, they just left her out of it. She never ratted
That's
on her.
yeah. You can't snitch on your
Are
friends.
they East Coast people like you?
One is, the other one's just a twat.
Yeah.
I was gonna say cunt.
But
I
the
don't
one
know
that
why
didn't
I
rat
censored
was
myself.
East Coast.
The one that didn't rat was East Coast.
That's what
absolutely.
you guys are good
Yes,
at.
we're very good at
you're
that.
Yeah,
not-
loyalty.
You think I'm a rat?
I'm not a rat.
You think I am?
I've never said that.
I think you have.
No, I didn't.
100% you
Guys,
have.
I'm pretty
Why
sure.
would
we,
I? Wait,
think
whoa,
we,
whoa, whoa! Why would I call you a rat? What would you rat about?
I already told you.
A
I
piece
ratted.
of shit is different than a rat.
No, you called me a rat because I fucking narked on you. Because of the list when Kirk.
I like this. Wait, what
Yeah.
did you narc on me for?
Just hear me out, all right?
Okay.
Would you just hear me out?
Yeah.
All right. I thought
If
we
you
already
would have
talked about-
ratted on me, you
I did rat
wouldn't
on
be
you.
sitting here.
I think.
Yeah.
I thought we talked about this on the podcast.
We
I would've
did. So I
Breaking
just want
Bad
to. I know. I just want to redirect it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, let's bring it
hey,
back.
bitch! I ratted on you, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
You turned on me is different than ratting. But go ahead.
Well, I'm the one that went to Paulie about the list. So you guys were trying to get Kirk, the manager, fired.
Not me. The door guys. You started it with the door guys.
Okay.
Godsick. And
So-
they came to me
Gothic
because
legend.
I was the only one that was not afraid to go to Mitzi.
Right, but I told Paulie that the list was going on to warn them.
Like, you also were with them starting this. So that's not a rat on me. That's a piece of shit. Sorry, am
That's
I
true.
clarifying?
All right. So I'm not a rat. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah. I'm glad we got that.
Yeah,
I
cleared
didn't
up.
call you a rat.
I just want to make
I
it
didn't
clear.
do
Yeah.
anything to
Our-
get ratted on. So like that, I wasn't. You guys came to me and said, get rid of this guy. What do you think the Comedy Store would have been, or be, had we kept Kirk? And you don't know Kirk.
I don't know who
Rick,
that
but
is.
this guy
This is
ran the
before my
place
day.
from all the 80s through the 80s, the whole decade.
Okay.
And he knew the place in and out. See, I got along with Kirk. I had no problem with him. A lot of the waitresses fought with him because he wanted you to dress. You had to wear Comedy Store, everything. You had to, like Mitzi. He enforced the law, like whatever, the code.
Mitzi's Law.
Mitzi's Law, whatever you want to call it. But he was so strict.
I loved him.
I got along with him.
You know why I loved him?
What? But I
Because
wasn't a
wouldn't get
comic
I wouldn't
either.
get spots.
Oh, you're right.
Right, and he would go, "You want to go up?" Right? Because they wouldn't give me spots.
Yeah.
And he would just throw me up there.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, because we had that Asian connection.
Right.
Right.
What kind
Thai
of Asian was
Korean.
he?
Yeah,
Thai.
just
Thai,
Korean,
so
Thai
Thai
Korean.
man.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Mitzi
Yeah.
only hires Thai.
Yeah.
She would never hire
Right.
Korean.
They have this. The Shores have an obsession with Asians.
They really do.
Yeah.
But they have an obsession with Thai. Mitzi loved Thai.
Paulie.
Polly loves Asian.
Yeah.
in
Paulie
general.
loves Asian across the board, but Mitzi's nurse.
I saw Paulie
Was-
put out a video where it's just like, I love Asian men.
Yeah,
And the guy he was talking
yeah,
to is
yeah.
like, what?
Oh, that guy from
he's
the
like,
reality
yeah,
show with the
yeah.
no neck.
The no neck guy.
Oh
And
my
he's
God!
like, no, I
Did you
just
see
like him
any
as
of those
people."
videos?
Sexually?
Oh yeah.
So, oh my God, I can't think of his name, but he.
Yeah, what's his name?
He has no.
Yeah. He was on that
Yeah.
the
90 Day
show,
Fiancé,
90 Day
whatever.
Fiancé.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
we had him on Tiger Belly.
Oh, you had him
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
So, first of all, Dice is in love with him, that guy, because his girlfriend watches that show. So now they're all like obsessed with this 90 Day Fiance. Paulie, when I see it, I go, oh my God, that's the guy Andrew and Carrie
Yeah.
make me watch. I was like, oh, so I had to
Dude,
watch.
let's go shopping, bro.
Right? And he goes, look at this, dude. It's a bobblehead.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't do that because what?
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Paulie has it's great. He just doesn't have that one filter you need.
Yeah.
One.
I know.
No filter
no
at
filter at
all.
all. That's what I love about him.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best.
I love him.
It is funny.
It's having a privileged life lets him know, like, you can just say whatever you want to people.
Yeah. I honestly, I reminisce about the old days.
A million times.
Don't
of
you?
course. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird time here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Kirk stayed, do you think he would have sustained the place?
No, because he had
He
no.
was fighting with the comics, like regardless of what was happening with the door guys and the waitresses. Because, like I said, I was like, girls, if you just do what he says, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
He doesn't know what comedy is, right? So it's like he doesn't have a taste for it, right? We need people here that are real comedy savvy. Like, I think that, the last, even Tommy,
Well,
regardless of how you feel about him,
Well,
there was still a change
yeah.
from Tommy doing it than whoever was doing it before that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
He
absolutely.
basically started weeding out
Duncan
the
was
unnecessary.
yeah.
And
But Duncan was just
wanted
giving
to be
it
a
through
comic.
Mitzi.
Yeah,
didn't
so he
care.
was just doing what Mitzi wanted. That was Mitzi's decision, right?
And they all had to filter it through her.
Right.
He was the only one that was actually doing it. He was the first one to actually do the
it.
lineup.
Yeah, and I think that
That had big thing. That's a big deal.
I thought that was a big deal. I thought I could
Absolutely.
feel
The
it
difference.
changing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to take a shit real quick. Can I come back?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes.
Will you
Keep going.
record it?
Just keep going.
Yeah, we'll
Does
just
it
keep
only
going.
take 5 minutes?
Yeah. I just a real. Oh fuck. Is everything fine? I think it's real quick.
We're never going to see him again.
Hey guys, we got to take a shit break.
Why take a break?
well,
Let's
we're
just
not gonna
talk about
take a
what
break.
we've gotten so far. So,
yeah, so let's like
multiple
recap.
criminal enterprises
How
at the hands
fucking-
of Mad TV's Bobby Lee.
How funny would that be if you're driving by and you just see, or you work for the medic, right? You show up.
Yeah.
You're looking to cut somebody out of what you think is a dead person in the car,
Yeah.
and then somebody
He
walks.
tripped on
up.
the wires there.
He messed it up. Somebody walks up eating a taco,
Yeah.
and you're like, I mean, how fucking crazy is that?
I mean, I don't
When I heard that
I don't want to
story, I go, this
incriminate
can't
him,
be real.
but yeah. Get the Del Taco and then come back and take care of business.
Do you think he could get a Del Taco sponsor because of that?
He
By
should.
the way, he left his phone. Should we take like dick pics and stuff?
Well, I mean,
Clip
if,
pics.
I was
I'll do
gonna-
a
if we're
clip
gonna
pic.
take dick pics, that's gonna incriminate me.
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
you're right.
Because I think they're gonna figure out whose dick it is.
But we could show him with an uncircumcised, red kind of, prickly penis that he has.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions going on right now.
Yeah, I feel like the audience has a lot of questions, like, how bad does your car burn
Yeah,
a bird?
it can't
you
feel
will.
good.
It can't. I can't. If you
I don't know why you wouldn't just clean the penis.
guys would shave
Yeah,
and get that little like red
Yeah.
kind of irritated skin and put it on there and be like, ugh, and you could see people
Yeah,
would
it's-
get not blisters, but like rashes.
You're basically alcohol burning
Right.
an open wound.
Let's think of other questions we should ask Bobby because he's going to really.
Why does he have? Are those vape pens?
I guess I'm not going to get involved, but I think that they're all three. Like we're going to ask them, what does the red? What is the?
Just so people
pink?
know, there's 3 vape pens, a lighter, and 2 packs of cigarettes. Usually the vapor, they're going to trying to stop smoking cigarettes, but it seems like he's just going all in.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's just taking it down. You know, it's funny that he thought he ratted on me because, to be honest, if someone rats on you, just eliminate them.
Yeah.
Where I come from, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I know that's awful.
In
but
some ways, you did eliminate him from your life.
Yeah, but it was more than just. It wasn't as drastic as he ratted me out for something, and I had to deal with consequences. He was the one that led the charge with them.
Yeah.
And then when Paulie was like, "Dude, what's going on? How's it going?" He fucking told Paulie about that list. Like, everybody signed this thing saying we're not happy.
Right.
And my thing, I didn't want to get Kirk fired. I wanted to talk to Mitzi like, hey, can you calm this guy down?
Let him know he is not
because this is what he would
the
do.
king.
Like, you're a comic, right?
Yeah.
So at the time I was waiting tables, so comedy didn't even, I didn't even think of this part. But like, he did this to Caponera. He did this to a couple people. Caponera drives all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
He gets stuck on the Laurel Canyon.
Okay.
He's about 8 minutes late. Kirk goes, "You missed your spot. You go home."
Yeah.
Caponera flipped out.
Yeah.
So that's what started that whole thing, because that was happening like that. Bobby, that was the quickest shit.
I had to do it quick.
Let me ask, did you wash your hands?
No.
Bobby.
Smart.
But
No.
I'm gonna touch you.
Comedy Store
Do you
sinks
not
are
wash your
dirtier
hands?
than
I do what I know, but I was in
man's
such a
hands.
rush.
Yeah.
I had some cream earlier, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I might have to get up again.
I like
I'll
that.
find
You're a
out.
risk taker. Why would you have cream if you're lactose intolerant?
What
it
kind
was
of cream?
Well, I went to a fancy restaurant, which was really good. I want to say it, but like they had, it's one of those tasting menus,
Right.
and the last 2 things were heavily creamed, and you have to eat it
Oh.
all. You can't just in a tasting menu. You can't just go, "I'm not going to eat that." 'Cause
I would.
I know,
That
but I
would-
did anyway.
That would be a terrible
He's
restaurant
respectful.
for me to go to.
What?
I'm such a picky eater, so if it was like, here, you have this, this, and this.
Yeah.
We're going to, like, I've gone out to eat with Holtzman, which is terrifying in itself. But
Yeah.
he'll order
Dinner
a
with
steak. and
Holtzman is a great idea.
oh, my God.
Yeah.
We were at Ruth Chris. He was featuring for me in Reno.
Oh wow.
And he was so good. He killed. But anyway, so we're in Reno, and we went to Ruth Chris the last night. And then he
Ballers.
ordered a steak, and he goes, I'll have it chef's choice. And I was like, what if the chef is like, I don't like to cook it too well. Like, I just like to just once twit and then here,
Yeah.
give it to you like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Raw
dog.
beef.
And
Yeah, but-
he ate it. I was like, oh, my God. Like, this stuff like that, I could never
But
do.
this, I don't think I want to take you to this place because it's like there's some Michelin starry kind of restaurants in LA, right, that are like Asian, right, tasting menu, and you have to eat it. And what they do is
This is like sushi places will do.
there's one on La Cienega, right?
you can
that
eat
you
sushi.
have to show up there at 7:30,
Okay.
right? And they don't start until everyone's there that made a reservation.
That's amazing.
right. So you sit there,
See,
right?
I think that's neat,
It's
but I
neat.
wouldn't do it.
Right. And then they'll show you a photo of like, I'm not even kidding you, something out of fucking the Clash of Titans, like Medusa's hair in Clash of Titans.
Yeah.
You're gonna be eating this, you know what I mean? There's only 3 left in East Japan, you know what I mean? We found 3.
We caught
Right, and
these
it's like
illegal.
this green, you know what I mean?
Is that toxic waste?
yeah.
Very rare.
No sauce, and they're like, no soy sauce. They always say that, no soy sauce.
Wow.
And you
Like
have
you
to eat
can't
it.
dip it.
No.
That's like
It's a no, and you have to fucking eat it, right? There were things in there like that were like it's a classy. First of all, it's like $500 a person,
Yeah, it sounds insane.
so you have to eat it.
Yeah.
Just
I would,
things. Like,
I would just throw up repeatedly.
yeah.
I
They,
would be-
they
I would
literally
not
had
be
something that
able
looked
to-
like SpongeBob. He was just dead on a fucking piece of rice. SpongeBob.
And you ate it?
You have to eat it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
You
you
have
have
to.
to eat it. You
You have
spent
a
that much
choice.
money. You have to eat it.
Yeah, I wouldn't get there. I wouldn't spend the money.
Yeah.
But if I said, "Hey, Eleanor, for your birthday, I got you a fucking place," that'd be fun.
I'd say I'm so sorry, but
No, really?
She
Yeah,
doesn't.
absolutely.
Eleanor doesn't eat food.
I'm real bad. There's places in Philly like that'll have and they're phenomenal mom and pop places where you go in and they're like, what we cook is what you get.
Yeah.
And my mom and her best friend used to go all the time. I cannot do that.
I know. But I think that we should grow.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Bobby, I've never eaten. You're gonna be real pissed.
I know.
Any kind of Asian food at all. Not once.
Are you
Ever
being
in my
serious?
life. 100%.
You've never do a sushi restaurant.
I've never had sushi.
You got to be fucking kidding me. That's
100%.
crazy.
What about like?
That's so crazy to me.
I've never had fish.
What
I
about
don't eat any
Panda
seafood.
Express?
No.
It's
I've
like
never
me
been
saying
here's the best part. I don't eat rice.
Wow.
you don't eat rice.
Nope.
That's the craziest thing. It's like me saying I've never had. Imagine this. Literally, listen to this. I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich
Wow.
ever.
Is that
Does that
real?
sound crazy? No, I have. But
Right.
that's what it sounds like when you say.
You know what? Because I'm so picky, I'd be like, oh wow, you don't like peanut butter and jelly? It's
Yeah,
cool.
I
Dice
accept
never
that.
had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so
No.
no, it's not crazy to me. He doesn't eat
Sushi?
it.
I've had it. I'm not a big fan, but I have had it
Yeah,
3 or 4 times in my life.
you
That's it.
have.
Yeah.
And you. I really, honestly, yes.
I would die. I
be
literally would
fun,
just
though.
I don't even eat tuna fish. Literally don't eat tuna
my
fish out of a
God.
can.
It would be. I want you guys to grow. I really do.
Yeah.
I want you guys
Do you think
to
this would help me?
I think it will. Right?
Because if I expand my horizons on food, then maybe career
He's
aspirations.
diabetic. He can't eat a lot.
I was
of
there
stuff.
when he got it.
I know it. What do you mean got it?
He
By
was
the
there
way,
pre-diagnosis.
when
We
you
didn't
were
know
in New
what
York?
it was.
When you were in New York.
We were in
Yeah.
New York, and he
In
was
the tub.
he was on the floor,
Yeah.
was holding his belly, and I was like, "Get up, you pussy!" You know, like being such a fucking
He was-
asshole about it.
He was full on frat guying me.
yeah.
And I
I was kicking him in the
I
stomach.
thought-
"Get up, you little pussy!"
Fun to do the reverse.
I thought I might be dead by the end of the week. That's how
Wow.
in bad a shape I was. And at one point, I had to leave Caroline's on Broadway
Yeah.
during the show to go take a hot bath at Bobby's hotel room.
That's right.
because where
Because
Freddie
you
and I
and
were
Freddie
staying
didn't have a-
a bathtub. we had to share a communal shower
That's right.
and a brownstone in Harlem.
Oh my God, that's
But
amazing.
I just said, I was like, the only thing that makes me feel better when I'm sick is taking a hot bath, and that's not an option. He was like, here's my hotel key. Just go take a fucking bath. You
Yeah.
look like you're going to die. And if you die while you're opening for me, people are going to blame me for that shit. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Did you find out when you got back?
No, I didn't find out for another year.
Yeah, because he was on the road with Dice.
I got misdiagnosed a bunch of times.
Ah.
And so no one ever thought to just prick my finger and check my blood sugar.
Right.
Because I was
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I was in my late 20s, so it's typically type 1 diabetics are kids.
You're a skinny guy too, so
And that's
like,
what,
yeah.
no one thought type 2 because I was super skinny because my body was eating itself alive. But
Oh wow.
We used to go to the great pizza place in Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and Rick went and he got real sick, and he told us, he goes, "That's the worst pizza I've ever had. I couldn't be sicker," and he looked like every shade
Yeah.
of green you could possibly. And me and Andrew
Turns
were like,
out
"We're
the
never
amount of-
going there again." And
the
then he
amount
got
of
diagnosed. Fucker.
in eating half a pizza is astronomical. And if your pancreas doesn't provide insulin, my blood sugar was probably like 800. I'm just like,
Wow.
oh, this pizza is not agreeing with me. My
Yeah,
body's
He's
like,
like, "This place
we're
is shit."
dying.
Yeah.
We never went there again
Wow.
because we thought it
Yeah.
almost killed Rick.
I ate at Sonic once and got so sick.
Uh,
and I
yeah.
for years was like, don't eat at Sonic.
yeah. So did you? So when you got diagnosed, what are the rituals now that you do?
He just shoot up.
yeah,
He shoots up.
I give myself 4 shots a day minimum, sometimes
4
more.
shots a day.
Yeah.
Insulin.
Wow.
The most I'll ever have to do is like 6, but it just
Wow.
depends, and I
So when
eat
you-
healthier.
Yeah. So you eat healthier. So when you feel, what are the symptoms that come up when you have to do an insulin shot?
I don't. My blood sugar never gets high enough now to where I feel like sick to where I need an insulin shot. I wear a monitor on my stomach, and so it tells me what my blood sugar is at all times.
It goes inside your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little tiny needle that goes into my stomach here, and then and then it sends to my phone.
I'd
What
rather
my
have
blood sugar
that
is.
than eat sushi. I gotta be honest.
What is it about sushi that scares you?
I just don't like seafood at all.
You don't like fish?
Fish, nothing.
Yeah.
Like my brothers, we would go fishing with my dad, and my crazy brothers would pull the eyes out and shit. They
All
were doing
right.
like a science, and I'd be like, "Brr." Like they'd
Yeah.
throw crabs. My brother Billy pushed me in the water when we were crabbing. I have anxiety. I don't know why. And then the rice thing, my brother Billy. Again, because he's a terrible person.
Great guy though,
he
probably.
told me-
Yeah.
He told me that if I eat rice, it's going to turn into maggots in my stomach. And I believed him. I was really little.
It's the old Lost Boys.
right, right.
And every time
Symbolism.
my mom will go, well, why don't you realize that you're an adult and that's
Yeah.
not a real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I still kind of believe him.
I can feel it
Wow.
crawling in me.
So you don't
without
eat
eating.
any kind of rice?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not
I
even
feel sad
Spanish
for
rice.
you.
Do you?
Yeah, because seafood's so fucking good, and rice
It
is
can be.
delicious.
Yeah.
For
Wait,
you?
Rice.
No,
rice
I
is
mean,
good.
general, it is. Billions of people eat the shit.
Do you eat seaweed too?
Yes.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, because you don't.
Stop.
I know.
One
Because
more person tells you it's better than chips. Kill yourself. Not you. You know what I mean?
Or this is what it is. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna eat fucking seaweed. I don't even go in the ocean because of seaweed.
Yeah.
Now you want me to eat it?
You know how a kid that's raised now, a millennial, right? Who watches
I'm
like
sorry, I
who's
have
raised
anger
with
issues.
like Marvel movies, right?
Sure.
So in their head, they think that that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
That's what a movie is.
Cinema is
Right. So if they
Oh,
see
I
a
see what you
movie
mean.
like Taxi Driver, that's a slow burn. It's about an anti-hero. There's not a lot of
Oh,
action.
wow.
It's about
I see what you mean.
inward,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing. It's like you don't get it,
Yeah.
right? Eleanor, you don't
Are you-
fucking get it. That's what it is. It's like, you know what? You have to be able to like go. You know, I like Goodfellas. I know kids that are 18 that I've tried to show them the movie. Like I have a
And they can't do it.
they hate it.
Yeah.
You know, where's the lasers and
Yeah.
this? You know, it's like they don't do it, but we know it's good.
They should be executed.
They should be executed by and you should be executed because of,
Of
the
course, 'cause
seafood
I don't
and the
eat
fucking
seafood.
rice,
Yeah.
right? It's the same
It
exact
is.
thing.
Well, the
It's-
pandemic tried to kill us all, and it didn't work.
I know.
When you
did.
do you think it didn't kill enough, or what?
I
By
think
the way-
700,000.
How many? 700,000?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good.
It's a large amount.
in the
a big
whole
one.
United States.
Yeah.
700,000 in the United States. That's a big
not that
chunk.
That's not that
700,000
bad.
is a lot.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Doesn't the flu kill more?
No.
No.
What's the flu usually do a year?
I think it's like 40,000 or something.
Only 40?
Yeah.
It's not a
Oh,
lot.
I thought it was higher.
Yeah.
No, well, that's what the right wing propaganda was really pushing at hard
Yeah.
at
I
the
wasn't
beginning of the
thinking that,
pandemic.
honestly,
Yeah.
because
They
the
were.
flu
It's like
shot.
the flu is worse, and you're like, it's
no,
not.
in my head, the flu shot
Yeah.
helped, and then this thing was, of course, I thought it worse.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I thought it was similar. I thought that
Yeah, I
we
don't-
were in the at least 100,000 for
Yeah,
the flu.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You're probably right. I'm not good. I don't get any of the propaganda. I don't care. We have questions. We want to know what colors that mean. What do those colors mean? On your what you're smoking. One's green.
Yeah,
one's
the vape
red,
pens. What
one's
are they?
pink.
Different flavors? Is that what's going on?
All right, so guess what this is?
Cherry.
Seafood. Oh,
Shrimp?
that's a scrimp
No.
flavor.
that's a shrimp.
No, this is a cola.
Do you
Just
take
an
the shit
apple.
out of a shrimp and you feel good about eating it? Anyway, go ahead.
Apple. Oh man,
Yeah, what?
Apple.
I don't
green.
like apple flavored
Apple?
things. Yeah.
Really?
Oh my god, you
I
guys
love
are
it.
weird.
I like apple.
Yeah.
Jolly
apple
Rancher
pie. Do you like
apple.
apple pies?
It's okay.
Okay.
I like actual apples.
Oh my bad. Okay.
Yeah, I just don't like apple flavoring.
If you get a candy that's apple flavor, you don't like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like
Or a
it.
beverage that's apple.
Like when Skittles switched the green one from lime to apple.
Yeah.
I never purchased
Skittles
Skittles again
anymore.
because 1/5 of the package is inedible.
Also,
Yeah.
you're a diabetic.
Well, that doesn't stop me.
Okay,
Eleanor.
all right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
so
that.
glad I don't
like
have
that.
any food things like you guys do.
Yeah.
I have a lot. I'm a fucking.
I know. I'm so glad because it's like I can eat Indian food. I can eat. You like Indian food?
No.
Right. So
the whole continent.
Taiwanese,
The whole
you
continent.
you can't do it.
Take
the
out
whole,
the whole continent.
All right.
Thir-
What- Africa. African food.
34,000 people, or how many people died?
That's it.
How many people?
Wow.
About 35,000.
Yeah.
from
Wow.
the flu.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
wow, that
yeah.
is a giant.
That's a
difference,
giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but then this is what I'm saying about the COVID. That, like, you come back here and you see a lot of the riffraff, and you're like, oh wow,
Yeah.
that didn't catch.
They
didn't
made
catch
it.
him.
Somehow they made it.
Oh yeah, sometimes you see homeless people, right? I saw 2 homeless guys dancing on the corner on Ventura, and they were just kind of no mask. And they were just dancing. How did they not get COVID?
Feeling it.
Yeah.
They're out in that open air. you
That's
know?
Is
right.
that
You
what
don't
it
get
is?
it
Yeah,
outside,
yeah.
Rick. You told me.
Right.
So-
open air.
Yeah, so they're breathing. Even if they get a few droplets of it, it's not enough really to take hold.
Wow.
Yeah. Did
Whereas-
you ever get? You never got it, right?
I didn't get it.
Did you
no.
get it?
Yes, sir.
Bad.
No, I didn't know I had it. But
How
I
do you know you
tested
had it then?
But my family all got sick.
Ah.
And so I had to get tested because everybody was, and I tested positive. I was like, oh, God, I thought it was going to be like E.T. They were just going to come and take everything,
Yeah.
put me in a bubble.
yeah.
And I was scared. I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel sick. And even when I did a Zoom doctor, I was making pancakes, and she's like, are you sure you're sick?
Yeah. You're
I could-
asymptomatic then.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm a carrier monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the virus didn't want any part of her DNA.
No. Plus, there's no seafood in there. It attacks that.
Yeah, it
but
would've
It
killed
probably it probably got caught on to the maggots. Did you get it?
No, it would have killed me.
Did you? You didn't get it.
No, I never got it. I think it would have killed me.
But you got vaccinated, right?
I got vaccinated. Yeah. Did you?
I did.
Everyone did,
Johnson
right?
and Johnson.
You have to be here. So
Yeah. Is that why you did it?
no, I got mine.
I did.
I lied and said I was a waiter at the Comedy Store, even though it wasn't open, so I could jump the
I
line.
did the same thing Rick did because
Yeah.
he told me what
You
to
wanted
do.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw people getting it. I'm like, why is that person on there? I'm sitting there thinking, since I'm
Because it was by
diabetic.
age, remember? It was like
Right.
a weird.
Well, first it was like
And he's-
65 and older, and then they said they were going to do people with medical issues, which they were
he
saying.
has medical issues.
Yeah, they're
like-
saying diabetics are at higher risk. So I'm like, I'm going to get it. And then they came out and it was all politics. It was like, food and agriculture workers are next. You're like, what? But they want to be able to be like, we vaccinated 200,000 people to keep our economy going.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It's
oh,
so
The whole
interesting that
world.
people's view, like people have just these different views, right? And you have to kind of respect it. Like I used to be super liberal, man.
Yeah.
Right. And as you get older, man,
Not.
I'm really going toward the center.
yeah,
I'm definitely a middle walker.
I'm growing
Yeah.
pretty moderate.
Yeah.
I really think anyone who's extreme anything is a real asshole now.
Yeah.
So-
It's
It's
weird.
too much.
Like I moved here and I grew up around so many conservative people. I was just like, this isn't right. And then
Yeah.
I came out here and it took me another 20 years almost. And I'm like, this isn't right either.
I know.
Like maybe it's just people. or
Yeah, I think we got to find a middle ground because it's like I used to be like gung ho, but because of the cancel culture and all that fucking shit, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like it swung me the other way, man. You know, it's
yeah,
just so
I mean
fucking gross.
that's one of the main things for me that makes me be like, all right, some of this is ridiculous.
ridiculous.
But
Yeah.
and I don't think they understand how counterproductive it is.
Oh yeah.
Like no one has ever stopped being racist because of woke culture.
No, it's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
It's always just going to push people who feel the other way further the other way.
My favorite thing is when people are like, racism isn't real. There's
Yeah.
No, I'm like, you're kidding, right? Like, that's not
It's real.
That's not a thing.
It's
Yeah.
definitely real.
It's real. I know I'm racist.
But Koreans are the most racist people I've ever fucking seen in my fucking life.
every culture
Yeah.
Yeah, they
has
all are.
racism. Every
Yeah.
culture. Every white, Korean.
If you date Vietnamese, you don't ever call. Like my dad said that.
100%.
Don't call me ever. You don't date, right? But what if she's a good human being?
Doesn't
Yeah.
I
matter.
don't care. You know what I mean?
Vietnamese. no.
Yeah. Not, like
Um,
they would say crazy shit like that.
My mom
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to date Italians. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
Irish,
so
Italian.
dumb.
We all hated each
Yeah.
other.
I had this girl I was friends with in high school. I think she was Taiwanese, but her dad would answer the phone. It's in the 90s, so you'd have to call a house phone.
Yeah.
Oof.
And he'd
scary.
answer and he'd go, hello. He'd be like, hey, is May there? And he'd be like, who this?
Yeah.
This is Rick Ingram.
Why? It's a whole name.
And then you just hear the phone getting put down. I'm like waiting to hear him call her, and I'm just eventually someone picks up.
Yeah.
Can I talk to May? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad just puts it down. Like, nope.
Yeah.
He didn't hang up either. Doesn't want me calling back.
My dad made me a list of the best races from best to worst.
Really?
Yeah.
The best racists.
No, the
Oh,
best,
the best
races.
Races.
Yeah, this is right on par with my comedy.
I love that.
Yeah. Korean, Number one, obviously.
Top of the line.
Right, top of the line.
Okay.
Chinese, right, two.
Two.
Right?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
3
I wouldn't have put
was
them that
snake.
high.
Like there were animals before. There were animals
Snake.
before other fucking ethnicities and races.
Korean.
Yeah, monkey number 4. You know what I mean? Number
Chinese.
8. Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah, and then 8 Mexican. You know what I mean? What fucking snake beat Mexican? That's how.
Oh my
Black people weren't even
God.
on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the list was 100. Yeah, that's how racist my parents were. But
Well-
as they got older, though, they just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their fire burned out.
Sure.
It burned out. Also, I went through so many rehabs and so many things. I thought I was gonna die so many times, and they're like, "What's important?"
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? At the end of this
Plus,
guy's not gonna live. He has
he's-
no skills whatsoever. He's gonna. You know what I mean? Without this job,
Yeah.
I'm
Useless.
fucked.
Yeah.
I'm fucked. Right? I'm
If
fucked.
you had to give
Yeah.
this up and get a real job, what would it be?
I would probably get a job at driving something.
Yeah.
No.
I'd be
No, not like a race car. No, in like a Home Depot,
like a
a
two in
slow,
the
a slow burn, like
a forklift driver.
bro.
He just rolls it over. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
You're right.
6 people
You're
and
right,
sticking
right.
through them.
All right.
What?
He was a 2 a.m. delivery driver.
Yeah. I mean, I would
DoorDash.
probably,
Bobby would be on the forklift at a factory.
or I would be carrying things on my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just walk. You know what I mean? Just I'm moving things. I can move things.
I think last week on our podcast, Eleanor was like, "What would you do if they closed the Comedy Store?" I
Yeah.
was like, "I guess I'm retired from comedy because
Oh.
I got nowhere else to go. I'd have to start working at the post office or something."
Here's the thing, man.
I mean, I don't think it's going to close, but the pandemic was scary. So
Oh
you
my
think about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was so fucking scary. It was great in the sense that, we were all not on the race hadn't started. My point, it's basically like, when you look on Instagram and all this stuff and you see other people doing better than you, it irks you a little bit, right? And all that kind of stuff went away.
Sure.
Because everyone was,
It
No
blurred
one
the
could do
line.
anything.
it blurred the
Yeah.
line,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that whole competitive thing was in your face.
Everyone's as unsuccessful as me right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be like, I'm not doing enough. And I'm like, wait, nobody is. But I'd be
Right.
like with the noose, like, oh, wait. Oh, you're
Yeah,
fine, you're fine.
And it was like okay to wake up at 3 PM, and it was okay to
I mean, I still do that, but yes.
Yeah, I know.
I feel more guilty now
yeah.
because I'm like,
I still
fuck, it's
I had to
nice
get
out.
up early every day. 'cause
Well, he has
take care of
kids.
kids,
Right.
So
You had to
ruined,
commit,
It really
huh?
ruined the pandemic for me.
Fucked you up,
If
right?
I'm being
He
honest.
had
Yeah.
a baby during the pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean but it was nice. Taking a break from comedy was nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Because I'm so unsuccessful, I've never had the opportunity to stop doing comedy for a while.
Yeah.
And I just mean that in terms of financially.
Yeah,
There's
you have
people,
to do
you
a
make enough
set.
money, you can take off a couple months if you feel like you need it. I just had to keep going in
Yeah.
hopes that something worked out. It didn't, but
It was
pandemic
never
started.
a vacation.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was nice for 2 months just to not, like you said, not feel like I need to be doing more.
Did you have any downtime? I know you have to care of the kids, but did you play video games or watch a movie or caught up on things?
No, I watched TV or whatever, but
yeah.
I started running. I gained a bunch of weight. Then I stress
Well,
fractured both my
technically-
legs, and then
yeah.
I lost weight. And
Yeah.
John Little told him he was fat.
that's
so
right, John Little.
He became anorexic.
He bullied me in
bullied
a
him.
Scotch drunken stupor.
Yeah.
He turned into a really good life coach. And, putting on the pounds on the belly there, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, jeez.
Hi, John.
You know what's weird about doing stand-up again, too? It's like I forgot a bunch of bits, right? And then sometimes, in the last couple of months, obviously I'm back doing it,
Yeah.
it just comes to you, not right away. You just kind of go, oh, yeah, I used to do that joke, or
That
this
can lead
tag.
there. Yeah.
Even happen on stage where I'll just say something and go, oh, yeah, that was a part of the joke.
Right.
Right? Did it happen to you, or did you
a
know
million
it?
times.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
You, you forgot. You pull it back. Like I did Kansas City. It was a road gig in the pandemic in June. They were like, well, who's going to come out for 30 people? I'm like, I will.
yeah.
I don't care. I'm ready to die. So
Yeah.
I went to, and I remember being on stage and being like, I have no idea. And so I
Yeah.
was just talking about what was going on
Right.
in my stupid apartment
Yeah.
trying to stay sane during the pandemic, and that was it. And
That's
then-
all that crowd's thinking about too. Is just like
Yeah,
everything's
like
so
what
fucked
are
up
we
right now.
doing?
Right. But the crowds have changed especially when earlier on when the club started opening back up again.
Crowd was great.
They were great. They were forgiving.
good.
They were forgiving.
The first thing I noticed was because tickets cost a lot more. There was no the fourth
Right.
wheel friend who doesn't like comedy and gets offended by everything,
Right.
but doesn't want to miss a night out.
Like you spent the money because
So-
you want to see comedy.
But-
right.
Someone who's willing to pay $80 or whatever it was when it first started, and the seating was so limited. Those are people who wanted to laugh.
Real comedy fans.
yeah.
And they weren't offended by everything.
And in
there's
the beginning-
more offended people now, but
Oh,
they're
yeah,
still
that's
pretty.
back.
Crowds
They're
are,
back.
are still pretty good.
That has changed
Yeah.
over the years, last 3 years. They're just not laughing at the same kind of things anymore. Have you
Sure,
noticed that too?
they
clinch
tighten up real quick.
Yeah.
Well, they've been
Rick
taught from
got
the.
yelled at today.
I actually just was walking out from into the main room lobby from backstage, and there was a group of 6 or 7 young millennial gentlemen,
Yeah.
and that last guy was horrible, man. Why was everyone laughing at that stuff? That was just inappropriate.
Oh my God.
And I just walked out with just this great smile, like, oh, I'm so glad they're still
Yeah,
out
but doesn't
there.
it make you? But on stage, there are some bits I know they're not gonna like,
It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
and I can't wait to
Yeah.
Do
tell
them.
the joke.
yeah,
Right? I love it.
yeah, making
What is that about us?
it's
It's
showing.
like a fuck you.
Or hate.
Yeah, it's
Or
showing
hate.
people you don't respect, stuffing it in their face. That's what to me. That's what it is.
Yeah.
As
It's
it
like,
should be.
oh, you got offended by a joke that's not offensive at all. Well, in that case,
Yeah.
here's something I know you're gonna fucking hate.
Yeah.
The old Jim Painter
Yeah.
mentality.
You didn't like that one. Here's one you're really gonna hate.
Yeah. I remember I was like a couple years ago. I was in that game show. I did a game show, and the reason why I did it was like
Oh, yeah.
they go, just do what you do on your podcast on this, and I go, really? And they go, yeah. So I remember the first night, right? It's like me, Rob Gronkowski, Serena,
what I remember
yeah,
going-
Venus
yeah.
Williams. I mean, all these athletes.
Yeah.
It's this colorful stage, right? And I go to Ian Carmel. I go, yeah, you look like Freddie Mercury, right? He goes, I do, yeah. When he was dying from HIV,
Nice.
and then I remember, like the lights. Some of the lights shut down a little bit. No,
You think that was in your mind or real?
no, it actually happened. Some of the lights shut down. They cut right.
The energy in the room
Yeah,
was so
it
ripped
shut
out.
down, and it stopped. Like production stopped, and then I see people scurrying, from behind Video Village,
Yeah.
to me, and they're like, what's going on? I go, you said I could say.
You said do my
You said
thing.
be my podcast. Remember the
Yeah.
podcast? I
And
thought
they
we were
go-
in a safe
and they go,
space.
and so then after that, I had
Just the
such
trust
not.
tree?
I was like the most unfun,
Yeah.
right? Because
You got
everything was
nervous.
like, I was getting nervous, and I was always like, going, can I say this? I remember saying another thing where they shut the lights off, where I said, they were doing something about like, they had black people at a fucking Renaissance fair.
Okay.
I go, that's CGI. They don't go to fucking Renaissance fairs. The lights gonna come down, right? And they come up. They do.
That's so real.
Yeah, it's real.
That's
I thought.
a great thing.
Yeah.
Even black people be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What's
That's
wrong?
a funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like and that's the state of comedy in terms of like
Oh,
prime time
that's
TV.
So
you know what I mean?
sad.
Look, there's a lot more people that would rather watch someone preach about social injustice with like 2 punchlines than they would see people be funny for an hour.
Yeah. I loved Chappelle's last special, by the way.
I did
Closer.
too. I watched it.
I really liked it.
I only watched it because obviously with all the controversy and
Right.
and they really did miss the message.
Yeah.
I mean, I get like they're like, yeah, but he didn't have to stay that long on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
but he did because you're not hearing him and you keep coming at him for the same bullshit.
It's also, it showed me what the craft that we do, how
Mm-hmm.
important it is. And also it's like, he was so real at moments in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I
Where-
love that he didn't smoke. He didn't have a drink. He didn't have anything on stage.
Yeah,
it was just,
yeah.
It was just him
Yeah.
and them.
Yeah. It was, I mean, that's why I love watching Holtzman,
Oh yeah,
in the sense that, especially older Holtzman.
yeah. There's no filter.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially like 8 years ago Holtzman, where you'd come in like anything, like rape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that you whispered it.
Right,
Into a
it's
microphone.
sexier. It's
Yeah,
sexier
it
to
is.
say.
What he said was
Yeah.
rape people.
Although I don't. Obviously, rape is the most horrendous thing. It's terrible,
Sure.
isn't that right? But it's like I used to watch Holtzman. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it really is.
I know, no, I'm just
a
thinking-
strong. I've always been strongly
Yeah.
anti-rape.
yeah,
in my
yeah, me
stance.
too. I hate it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But never done it. Never will.
yeah.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
Bad. But you know, he would say things on stage where I'm not necessarily that it was like witty or funny, right? But there was a bravery about him.
Yeah.
There was.
You're saying
No,
things
you don't
no
have
one
to
should
tell me.
say.
Yeah. About a boldness and a bravery. And
Yeah.
what it shouts to me is how great this country is. That you can go up on stage, right, and express your point of view, right, even though if it's a joke or not, right, and you're allowed to do that. You're not going to get arrested, right?
No.
Right.
And we're losing that. That's why I think things like Dave Chappelle's special, the last one, was so important to see somebody so brave,
I agree.
right, hold his ground and not succumb and you know, melt, you know,
Yeah.
in front of, you know what I mean, this
Well,
new culture we live in.
And that's another example of what we were just talking about, where to Chappelle it was like, oh, you guys are trying to come down on me for this? Well, now I have to go harder
Yes.
Right. I'm
the
gonna
other
stay
way.
in
Like,
this
Yeah.
paint.
You're never convincing anyone by trying to cancel someone.
You're
And
making it worse.
The fact
Yeah.
that the cancel culture has taken it so far that they like tried to cancel John Wayne. And they're like,
Yeah.
we need to change the name of the airport in Orange County,
So funny.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's you're just like, what?
Yeah.
That's really what you?
The statues taken. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then in Philly, they tried to take down this Columbus statue,
Yeah.
and then all these Italian kids came out from the. It's 100%. It's literally probably 97% Italian,
Yeah.
and they're like, "We're taking it down." And all these Italians, they were calling them the gravy seals, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
They protected it, still there.
Oh,
by the
good.
way.
Yeah.
But they're like, "It's our guy." You know, they don't know what he did. They don't know what he did.
He discovered it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy. They're standing out there with bats. Like, go ahead,
Right.
try to take it down. It's hysterical.
He took
but,
Philly from the Indians.
but I
you
understand
know?
what they're saying. Like,
Yeah.
you're not fixing anything if you take that down.
Yeah. Although, you know, I do believe that, like, a lot of people in power have gotten away with a lot of shit.
Oh,
I mean, it's a lot of
absolutely.
sexual shit, and I think those guys should be, you know what I mean,
So
burned to
don't
the stake.
focus on the
Sure.
statue. Focus on getting them the fuck out.
Right. Like, you know, Cosby,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Honestly, my opinion, bad dude.
yeah.
I don't care if,
Yeah.
you know.
I think he was pro-rape. I'm gonna be
He
honest.
was.
I
And
want-
that's the main
Yeah.
thing
right?
that I
Okay,
always.
yeah.
I didn't.
That's where he
think
went wrong.
Our comedy is different, and you know what I think we can joke about, but it's really his pro-rape stance that made me
That's
be
a
like,
problem.
this guy seems
Yeah.
like a bad dude.
But Bill Cosby himself, his special,
So funny.
so good.
Literally, I could do every line.
It's
That's
I-
how much we watched it.
literally,
at my mother's house.
literally, it was like the White Album for comics. That thing, I remember as a kid listening on like the radio, the dentistry bit
Oh yeah.
of him not being, yeah, all right. And I remember as a kid just laughing so and going, "Who is this?" And then my dad, "He was a rapist." No, he never said that.
He
but
knew even then.
He knew then.
Your dad was wise.
He's not on the list. Whoa, hey, Dad, let
Yeah.
me listen.
You wrote Cosby? He's
Yeah.
the only.
But I
But
think
they
that's
tried to
important.
cancel Eddie Murphy too.
Who did?
Like they tried to bring that back and say his Raw and Delirious. They were going through
Yeah.
that the fine tooth comb. I was like,
Yeah.
if you watch it though, it is like, oh,
Yeah, well, like he says the F word,
Yeah.
right?
That's not-
in Raw. I know, but right, I understand. I've talked to some gay comics.
Sure.
Well, that was crazy. Like, why would he say it? It's like, but you have to also put things into.
the F word. I'm thinking of fuck.
No.
Yeah.
That's how gay I am. I'm like,
no.
fuck.
F-A, that one.
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
I got you.
Agate.
Figur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Guys, it's the same word no matter. All right, anyway.
Yeah. And it's like you have to
But
put
yeah,
things
yeah,
into
you're right.
context and the time period.
Yeah.
You know, things are.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing is going back and trying to pretend like things weren't the way they were doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It's like it was the way it was, and obviously you
Can't
shouldn't
change
do
it.
that now, but why are you judging someone for doing something that was acceptable when he was doing it?
Yeah.
And it's fucked up, but at the same time, like, no one was condemning him for it, so.
Yeah. It's like I posted this thing. I'm going to show you.
Oh, I like
And
this.
you're not going to believe how. Did you see this kid? I'm going to show you something, okay? Just hold on for a second, okay?
What is he
Hold
doing? Yeah, we
on.
already took a shit break, so now we're
No. Just,
hold on
right,
for
here
he's
we go.
putting his code in.
Right. Fuck, I get no reception down here. Anyway,
Can we bring it up on there?
no.
We can if you want.
We
What
can?
is it?
My
Yeah.
Twitter? Oh, here it is.
Bobby Lee.
No, yeah, right. So no, check it out. So, did you see this kid, Jamie Costa's impression
Robin Williams.
of
thing.
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I saw that it came,
Right.
and
It was
I was like,
trending.
oh, I have to
Yeah.
do that, and I forgot to watch
Yeah.
it because I'm an idiot.
And when you watch it,
This
right,
is so good.
it's not just good. I honestly believe that it's like, it would be crazy if you ever did a biopic on Robin Williams that you wouldn't fucking cast this guy.
Yeah.
Because he had the silent parts and the realism in it, and like him listening,
nuances
and the
and-
nuances.
yeah.
All that
Wow.
was perfect.
He morphed
Right,
into
you
more.
have to watch it.
I
They
gotta
must have
watch
spent
it.
like 15, 20 grand on the production of this thing too.
Yeah.
Right? But I
Is
posted,
it just a reel or is it like a
he
movie?
filmed a scene, right, of him being in his trailer, right, and somebody's telling him that John Belushi had died. So this is now
He's dressed up as Mork, getting
Mork.
ready to film.
He's on the set of Mork and Mindy in his trailer.
and the girl
somebody-
who's playing Mindy.
Right, the girl that's playing Mindy.
Yeah, is the other actress.
Right, and they're telling him that John Belushi died, and him
reacting.
to
Wow.
it. Right,
And he starts off, he's doing Robin Williams
Yeah,
things
yeah,
and
yeah,
acting
yeah, yeah.
weird and playing.
it's so fucking good.
then
But
gets
on my
super
comments,
serious.
people were like, "Yeah, but he was a joke stealer, so why do the biopic?" It's like
He was, but most of those people forgave him, or
Number
he
one-
paid
paid him
them.
money.
he paid them.
He paid a lot of
Forget-
them.
Right, he didn't
Stephen Pearl
deny
was
it.
one of them,
Or
yeah.
Stephen Pearl was one of them. Brian Bradley, I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah, of course I do. How do I not remember?
Brian Bradley, very funny,
Hello,
right?
fashion
I
show.
knew a lot of those guys, back in the zoo time period, back in San
Yeah.
Francisco, that grew up with him.
Sure.
He was a fucking genius, Robin
Yeah.
Williams, right?
Yeah.
He happened to lift, you know what I mean?
He definitely did.
Yeah, some bits, right?
That doesn't mean that the
Just-
person's.
Right, destroy his
Life
legacy.
doesn't matter, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
He did a lot
I've
of
seen
great
people
work,
comment on
you know.
Robin Williams stuff before. It's like, yeah, and he stole
Yeah.
material. And you're like, yeah. And he also had a bunch of great original material, and he wasn't a piece of shit like a lot of people.
Also, great actor.
yeah.
Excellent.
One of the best.
Fisher
comedic-
King? I
Bro,
go crazy.
yeah.
I go crazy for
Yeah.
him.
Good Morning Vietnam. He was
Go-
good. Oh, my God. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
But also, it's like, and not a lot of comics can do that. I mean, maybe
No.
there's maybe 0.001% of stand-up comics
Mm-hmm.
that can actually act. I think Jim Carrey is another one that is a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? When he's given
Dice
the
is a good
opportunity.
actor.
Dice is a great actor. He really is, and that's why he's getting this shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's number 2, right, about him. And number 3, he was a nice guy.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
You met him, right?
A few times.
few
and
times.
He always remembered
Always-
my name,
yeah.
which was weird to me.
Yeah.
Because I'd meet him at like Mitzi's house in the afternoon or something.
Yeah.
Or, like even here. at
Here,
night,
yeah,
you're like,
always a sweet,
Yeah.
nice guy.
Yep.
Rick made him go off the wagon, but yeah.
Listen,
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was sober person.
Right.
And it was my 25th birthday.
Yeah.
And I don't think either one of us regretted the good times we had that
I think you're right.
He was here. What happened?
He showed up here.
Yeah.
I was 25. It was in the prime of my alcoholic
That's true.
Right.
just back to back every night at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Get here when they open, stay until I got my fallout spot at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Because Tommy didn't give him a time slot.
Yeah. And so
We should talk about follow spots, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you already talked about this?
no, not really.
Okay, I want people to know.
A fallout spot.
Yeah. So basically, to get into the Comedy Store, you have to be passed. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to be deemed. Somebody has to ordain you as paid regular.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And I love when young people get excited when they get that little
Oh,
anointment.
it's the best.
Right? Because they don't know the reality.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get spots.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So people, they get excited. My name's on the wall. And they get excited. And it's like a month goes by. I can't get
Yeah. How
on.
come I?
Yeah.
That's weird. She must have forgotten me.
Right.
I should call and send a couple emails.
So what you would have to do then, if you were a paid regular and you couldn't get spots, you'd have to show up at the club, right, and go to the cover booth,
Yep.
right, and go, can I get on the Fallout spot?
Yeah.
Right.
Fallout list. Yeah.
And you look at the Fallout list, and there's like 12 names on it already.
Yeah.
So if you're number 13, that would mean that 13 people that are on the list
Oh, yeah.
just decided not to show up that day.
Because
Yeah.
Yorsi slept here that night and he got on the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
He would always be the first
He
one.
would.
on the list.
I
You'd be
would
like,
show up
"Ah."
after I got passed. I would show up to work a door shift or the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I would immediately go in and be like, "Hey, put me on the Fallout list." And they'd be like, "Cool, you're 2." And I'd be like, "2?
Yeah.
The club doesn't even open for 2 more hours. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
God bless
And
you.
then here's another nightmare, right? You're on the Fallout spot. You have to wait for someone to not show up. But then you also had pop-ins that would
Oh,
do
yeah.
2 or 3 hours,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then that being on the Fallout side, it was like it would mean that you're not going up pretty much.
There was maybe a 50-50 chance.
Maybe
you would go up.
50-50. Yeah, if you're in the top couple.
Because in the early 2000s, there was enough people not coming here that there
Oh,
was.
yeah, the dead years. The
So,
dead years.
Yeah,
Right,
so
the dead
for me,
years,
it'd
But
be like,
Yorsi was still here.
Yorsi
Yeah,
was
yeah.
still beating me to the punch. But there were so few comics showing up because we'd start 45 minutes late for
We
6
had to
people.
wait for 8 people.
Yeah.
Until a lot of people would just cancel, and they'd be like, "All right, we don't have anyone." And I'd be like, "Nice."
Yeah.
And then I'd just go up and just mediocre the fuck out of a set for 6 people.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
are
like,
we
I don't
are
know how that
lucky in the sense that, and we don't want to toot each other's horns and pat each other on the back.
went. Why not?
But let's do it for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
That us 3, right?
I'm extremely lucky. I've never had to do Fallout.
Not number 2. Also, we have also survived several talent coordinators,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
right? So it's like when Adam left, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that Emily has the same sensibilities.
That's right.
Yeah.
right? Because she makes the lineups, right?
Right.
And so
She has a completely different taste.
taste in comedy, right? And if you can still get spots after the talent coordinator changes, that says a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Is that not?
100%.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You're gonna do well. And there's confidence in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make you feel good?
Yeah. I was concerned I wouldn't still get spots here, just because I don't know,
Yeah.
But
We were very angry at Adam for leaving us.
I was like, dude.
I was.
I was like,
We
dude,
were. We
I
tortured
am
him. We
counting
tortured-
on you. I might literally have to
tortured him.
retire from comedy if you do make this move.
We tortured
like,
him
"I'm
so
miserable."
much. How much did he literally left our text
he,
thread?
He left our
'Cause of
text thread
Rick.
because
Oh, really?
he said I was toxic,
Really?
which I have a hard time believing.
But Rick, I have to say something about you, right? And you were the first guy I saw when I came back.
From COVID.
When after COVID, I came here maybe for a couple of weeks. I didn't call in or go up. I would just watch the shows.
Yeah.
And the first guy that I saw was you. You were in the main room, right? And I sat there in the booth, right? And I literally thought to myself, and I don't want you to get this. I've said this to you before. I think that consistently, you are one of the best guys here.
like Holtzman says, bulletproof.
You're bulletproof.
100%.
And your message and your
Bulletproof.
point of view on stage is up my alley. You're brave up there,
Yeah.
right? And I think that
Yeah,
How
you
does-
gotta be, man.
you.
I'm saying as a performer, I think you have to be
You're
brave.
an
You have
ugly
to say what you
motherfucker. You're
want.
a very ugly guy.
hideous, hideous. Ron Funches brings me up every time. He's like, "Man, this next guy, if he
Yeah.
was even
I gotta go.
moderately
I gotta go.
attractive,
Can
if
I
he was-
go?
Yeah.
Yes. We should wrap it up because we're over an hour.
Yeah.
But if you want
You
to
want
hear
to promote
the,
anything, Bobby?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bob.
I actually have a couple of cool things to promote.
What?
Okay.
I'm on a new Netflix show. It's a animated show called Inside Job. It airs next week.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's on Netflix. I'm one of the 5 or 6 regulars on it. Lizzie Kaplan's in it.
Oh,
Brent,
nice.
Brent Gelman, Andy, and Andrew Day, and then Andrew Daly, and then I'm also in December going to be in the new series. The new series they're doing Sex in the City again.
The series, they're bringing it back as a series or a movie?
Series.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and I play.
Is this a reboot or
This is
they're
where you
bringing back
filmed
the
in
originals?
Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, I went to Philadelphia. Yeah, and then I go to New York. I play Sarah Jessica Parker in the show. Carrie's the character.
Yeah.
She has a podcast, and I do the podcast with her. So I got hired because I'm a podcaster.
You're a podcaster,
So,
yeah.
but in the show, you see me podcasting.
Nice.
So you're Bobby Lee or you're
No, I
somebody
play a
else?
different character.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm like kind of more of a hip hoppy kind of a guy.
Love
But
it.
they have me outside the world where I have a girlfriend and all that stuff as well. But it's like it's good. And I
See,
Tiger
you're-
Belly, bad friends too.
Bobby, see, you're fuckable. You're in Sex in the City.
That's a
That
pretty
doesn't-
good
That
sign.
doesn't equal pussy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody wants to hear that Robin Williams story with Rick, go back and find it. We've told it a million times.
Also, watch that thing. I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to watch that Robin Williams.
Watch it
guy.
tonight.
Yeah,
It'll blow your fucking
It's
kid.
very impressive.
It's so impressive, right?
Yeah, I mean, he truly looks like he's about ready to break down when you see him accept that Belushi is dead.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, I
And,
got to watch that. That's going to make my heart break.
Yeah, and I knew that they were hanging out together the night he died because Argus Hamilton
That
told
is
me
a
the
fact.
story.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like the 4th episode of the Comedy Store podcast ever, and I said I heard Belushi was here the night he died. And he was like, well, a thing a lot of people won't tell you about that night. And I'm literally like, oh, we're about ready to get some fucking gossip.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he was like, what's that? They were here to see Sandra Bernhardt. I'm like, what?
Another
Oh.
comedic actress that's terrific.
I love
She's
her.
an excellent actress.
She's great.
That's the thing you wanted the world to know?
Yeah.
Here's a little inside info. Bernhardt did pretty good that night.
Yeah. Oh wow. Anyway, thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for doing this.
Um,
Can I just leave?
yeah,
Yes,
you can just
Bobby's
leave, man.
leaving.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye,
Thank you.
Bobby.
Good to
He's
see
got to
you.
go back to Noah's Ark.
Yep.
He's got all those animals there. Ricky, do you have anything to promote?
Just check out Rick Ingram Talks to Strangers.
Yes.
And
I'm so glad I said it right on stage because I thought I was like, I don't. I
it
messed
doesn't
up
matter.
one of my new bits, and I went to an old bit on stage, and then when I went to say your intro, I fumbled, and I'm like, oh, I'm just fucking up everything tonight.
Yeah, I think your intro was fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
And Talks to Strangers. Rick Talks to Strangers. Did you like your live show?
It was fun, yeah. I had 2 kind of random dudes that we interviewed, and they were entertaining. And then I interviewed Ryan Leaf,
I know. I heard. That's
former
exciting.
NFL quarterback, turned good human.
Right. He
Um,
had some issues with some pills
Yep.
/
So yeah, we
bunch
just
of
kind
other
of
stuff.
He was cool enough to, since he was a stranger.
But
even
you
though
can
he's
still go
famous.
watch that, right? Like if they want to go watch that.
I think it'll be released next week, so it'll be released in the
cool.
next.
Okay.
I don't think it was live, so I think it'll be
Yeah, I think
released.
Sarah said it's going to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
Because it was so good with him that you guys stayed up there. And
Yeah, we went long. It was fun. I got off and I got to go up dead last in the main room that night.
that's
And
awesome.
it
Did
was-
you do long? You did the Holtzman spot?
I think I did maybe 20 minutes, and then Richie was like, "Oh, you can do as long as you want." And it was abysmal. There was like 12, 15 people in the crowd, and
That's
some
old
of them
school,
were
Rick.
some of them were like 27-year-old women who just detested everything about me.
Perfect. It's old school. It's
So I
great.
had to go extra hard, but it was definitely not fun enough to where I was looking to do an hour like Richie was telling me I could. So,
Yeah.
but it was fun. It was a good night.
All right, well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I am going to Philadelphia. I'm going to do Rivers Casino on October 21st. Then I'm going to do Soul Joel's Comedy Club October 22nd, that
Wow.
Friday night. And then I'm at Fairfield Comedy Club in Connecticut. If we have any Connecticut listeners, I'll be at that comedy club October 23rd.
Good list.
And then I can't think of where else I'll be, but my brain is dead. Oh, I'm in Houston for the Legion of Skanks.
you
'Cause
know,
I'm a skank.
I've heard that those guys are, inappropriate, Eleanor.
No, well, I'm a skank, and I'm cool with it.
So that's
I
cool.
love
All
it.
right.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're fun. People say it is a harsh name, but those guys are so much fun. Like, I love Lewis. I love Big J.
I see the angry
Oh,
millennials, talk about this is a den of misogyny and
Stop
like,
it.
yeah, people like it.
But by the way, Legion of Skanks is run by women. It's one by Rebecca and Christine. They started it. It's so stupid. Like it's.
How dare you, Corinne? How dare you defend that?
I'll 100% defend it.
I see
because-
people constantly that like comics or people who used to be comics and being on there like, I can't believe so and so's doing it. I'm like, I know it's crazy that people like doing comedy for money and notoriety. It's how strange.
And they have a great following. They have a fun following. It's one of the people are saying it's like one of the most fun festivals. And I never did the New York. This is my first festival. Have you ever done a festival?
No, they don't do festivals at the Comedy Store.
No,
That's
but
the
you
only
would be
place.
good at Legion of Skanks because they do a ton.
Eleanor,
you would
there
kill.
would probably be, half a dozen trans allies that would be
Why?
very upset at me if I did that. And they would make sure to note on
think you're
Twitter
right.
for the whole world to see.
Why are the trans mad at? Whatever.
I don't know.
Trans are just mad at everybody.
I think people are just mad.
I think
know?
you might be mad at something else.
I think
it's
someone
not-
told someone to be mad, and so now a lot of them are mad.
Yeah.
It's that hive mentality.
I think it's all hype bullshit.
Yeah. So the point is, get out there and offend
Don't believe
people.
the hype. It's a sequel.
Yep. All right, bye guys.
We out.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
listening.
Guys, Comedy Store Podcast is back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave us your negative and positive comments, mostly negative.
You can follow me at Rick Ingram. I only accept positivity in my life.
The new Rick is here, and EJ Kerrigan still with the negativity, but like and subscribe.